Hello, 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 beautiful people. So, I was watching Fairly Odd Parents the other day, and I got the urge to draw Trixie Tang, the cutest character in the show. To me, she's kind of like one of those wasted side characters. It's like a character that had a lot of potential, but it never came to fruition, you know? And I just wanted to share some thoughts about the show. So, it's definitely a funny show, but I noticed that while I was watching it, I was getting like Family Guy vibes almost. It felt kind of, I don't know how to say it without sounding offensive. Okay, let's just put it this way. It sounded like it was 100% written by a man. And we all know this. It's a fact. Fairly Odd Parents was created by Butch Hartman, and he is a talented guy, and but let me just say, there were some unsettling things. A lot of sexist undertones, if you will. Like, there was this one episode that they took it way too far. Like, they were literally treating Trixie Tang as though she was like an object. And I found that like to be mildly disturbing, especially being the fact that, she was a kid in the show. This version of her that I'm drawing is not a kid. She's, I don't know, maybe like 17, 18 years old. But yeah, in this episode, she was literally talking about herself as though she was like a trophy to be stolen away. And then the bully of the show, he stole her away after she like pretty much asked him to, because apparently that was part of the bully's rules handbook or something. And when he took her away, he was literally dragging her through the sand, and she had like this blank stare on her face. Like, oh my god. And then there was this one scene where Timmy Turner, he got like really strong, and then he hugged her and literally crushed her whole body. Like, that definitely gave Family Guy vibes. Like, because it showed her like all crushed up on the floor, and like, if this sounds disturbing to you, it's because it was. It really was. I was like, wait, I don't remember this show being like this. This is weird. This is making me uncomfortable. I don't know. Is that just me who gets uncomfortable by seeing stuff like that, or does that sound off to any of you? I don't know. Let me know. One of the reasons that this Trixie Tang picture that I drew is so special to me is because I feel like this is the first picture that I've drawn where I can really see my art style shining through in a new kind of way. It has a very specific kind of unique look to it. I noticed like I have one style that's like kind of simple-ish, like simple, cartoony, comic strip style. And then I have this style where it's like full illustration with, lots of highlights, and it looks kind of like glam almost. And yeah, this to me is like a full illustration of mine. It's not one of my doodles, as I would say. And I just love the way it turned out. Like, I love her makeup. You can see like her makeup turned out so perfect. Like, do you ever like do a drawing, or not even just a drawing, but like make anything, and then you're like, I don't know if I could ever like recreate this? Like, that's kind of how I felt about this drawing that I did right here. Like, especially like the makeup and the eyes. Like, I I don't know if I could ever like recreate something this cute again. I mean, that's how I felt at the time when I made it. I did make something very similarly cute shortly after I made this, and maybe I'll post a video on that one. But yeah, I feel like I've really found my own style here. This is my art style. So I would like to talk a little bit about how you can find your art style if you're struggling with that. Now, I feel like this is a complicated question because it seems like it's something that comes naturally to others and not so naturally to some. And they pretty much give like the same answer every time they're asked. Like when they're asked, how did you find your art style? They kind of just say, oh, I kind of just, copied or imitated the way other people draw things. And like, oh, maybe I like how this person draws eyes. Maybe I like how this person draws hair. And they kind of just like combine it together. I think part of the reason I was able to find my style was because I'm a very, very particular person. Like when I find something I like in life, it's very clear to me that that thing resonates with me. I'm not the type of person who likes everything, so that particularness aids in my ability to draw every part of a character exactly how I like, and I'm always open to my style evolving or even having multiple styles. Before I knew my art style, I wasn't overly worried with finding my style because skill is usually more important than style, in my opinion, and I just wanted to have fun with it. Before I joined the online art community, I didn't even know what an art style was. But when I realized all the cool different styles there were, I was excited to explore them. I tried drawing in a few different styles and consuming more art to get a feel for all the different ways you could draw things, and through putting together all of my favorite ways of drawing things, that's how my style started to show through. And I'm always refining it with new little techniques to try to keep it fresh and fun. By the way, some fun facts about Trixie. Did you know TRIXIE Tang's voice actress was blind? That really surprised me. I always thought that all the voice actors from Fairly OddParents were extremely talented. Like Japanese anime skill level talented. I rewatched some Fairly OddParents as an adult, and honestly, the things they can do with their voices, just thinking of trying to imitate them makes my throat sore. And their deliveries are so on point. Trixie's voice actress was Dione Kwan. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. She voiced not only Trixie from Fairly OddParents, but also Kimmy from Rugrats, Yasmin from Bratz, Toph Beifong from Avatar, and her scripts were always written in Braille. That is so cool. I never knew that before. I also wanted to talk about why I don't do commissions. So, the other day I was asked, Starfy, why don't you ever do commissions? Well, the answer is quite simple. I've never been asked to. At least, not in a legitimate way. You see, I learned that if you put hashtag drawing, hashtag art, hashtag digital drawing, stuff like that under your Instagram posts, guess what? You're gonna get a lot of scammers in your inbox requesting commissions. And there was this one guy who, he seemed like he might have been legit, but I was able to, kind of read the room, and I realized he was a scammer. He was more interested in telling me about how much he was going to pay me. He didn't even ask how much I charged. he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna give you like $200 or $300 or something. And plus he was speaking broken English. And I was like, okay, I know my art's pretty nice, but I've never done this before, and you're more focused on giving me $200 to $300 than you are on the actual art piece that you're going to be receiving yourself. So because of that and a few other reasons, I knew it was a scam. I think it kind of surprises me, the concept that people actually really do buy commissions, because nobody I know in real life would ever pay somebody to draw something for them, even if they like their drawing style. Here is the finished piece. I really like how it turned out, and I hope you do too. Anyhow, thanks for watching. I think you're really cool for doing that. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!